Hi, I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh, and this is The Balancing Act. Today, write your favorite poems, quotes, and inspirational words on your wall. Also, some good reasons why you should not skip breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. This and so much more next on The Balancing Act. Food for thought. Psoriasis is a disease of the immune system manifesting in the skin or joints, and there is no cure. According to the National Institute of Health, as many as 7.5 million Americans have psoriasis, which commonly appears on the skin as itchy, red, scaly patches. Now, psoriasis is probably one of the longest known illnesses in human history and simultaneously one of the most misunderstood. Here to discuss the disease and an effective treatment is Dr. Stephan Weiss. Welcome, Dr. Weiss.
Thank you very much.
So what exactly is psoriasis and who suffers from it the most?
So psoriasis is an immune-mediated disease, as you spoke of, and where it manifests most frequently is on the scalp, the elbows, the knees, and the trunk. It can also form on the palms and the soles alone, which can be very debilitating.
Yeah, I've seen people with the palms peeling skin kind
Exactly,
of.
and it can be very difficult for people who have certain occupations where their hands need to be seen, and for individuals who like to be outdoors, on the soles of the feet can be very painful.
I actually have a massage therapist who suffers from psoriasis and has to completely cut back on her clients because some people won't be massaged with hands that are having an outbreak.
Exactly. That's one of the things that people with psoriasis suffer from, is that social stigma.
Yeah. Anyone famous ever had it?
There are a number of famous individuals with psoriasis, including the great linebacker from the New York Jets, Mark Gastineau,
Really?
the Beaver, Jerry Mathers, and of course the American novelist John Updike.
Wow. So what has been the history of treatment of psoriasis?
So psoriasis classically has been treated with what were always called potions and lotions. There were a number of creams, gels, ointments that people used to have to slather on themselves to hope to find some degree of relief. At some point in the early 50s and 60s, they actually developed light therapy for psoriasis. And this started out with just taking an aspect of the sun's rays in the UVA spectrum. Then it merged over to just the UVB spectrum, and that became more narrow in terms of what was called narrowband UVB.
Is that literally the light that you stand in front of a light box and your whole body gets a dose of it?
Exactly.
Even if you only have an outbreak in one area?
That was the whole point. So not only did people who have to stand in this light box when they were getting UVB or UVA therapy, it would take 30 to 40 treatments before they would have any demonstrable results.
So what's the new news?
The new news is the X-TRAC excimer laser from Photomedics, which is a targeted beam of light in the 308 nanometer wavelength that allows for precise phototherapy of the psoriatic plaque, sparing the surrounding normal tissue. This allows not only for a more rapid delivery of the actual light therapy, but it also allows for fewer treatments. So basically 10 weeks of twice-weekly treatment will actually provide the same effect that people were getting from 30 to 40 treatments with the light boxes.
Wow, 10 treatments compared to 30 or 40. Now, does it actually reduce the length of the outbreaks, or does it keep future outbreaks from coming?
It can do both. So what we'll see is in patients, especially in one study where we looked at individuals with mild to moderate psoriasis, we saw 75 to 90% of patients achieved clearance. Most importantly, that clearance was sustained for 4 to 6 months.
This is good news for people who suffer so much. How do we find out about this?
The best way to find out is to either ask your dermatologist about the X-TRAC laser or go to Photomedics' website, which is www.photomedics.com.
Photomedics.com. Now, does insurance cover this, or is it considered plastic surgery?
The great news for patients is this is considered a medical therapy, and insurance does cover it.
That's very good news. Okay, so if you can't remember photomedics.com, just go to your derm and ask for the X-TRAC laser. Is that right?
Exactly.
Dr. Weiss, thank you for sharing this important information with us today.
Thank you.
A pleasure to see you. Let the poet in you run free by adding a personal dimension to your decor. Are you curious? Well, stick around. We'll be right back. know, Confucius once said, words are the voice of the heart. Well, let your heart speak freely. You can express yourself in ways you've never done before, you know, by integrating lettering to your home decor. We've found a unique decorating company called Wise Decor Decorative Lettering, which will take a word, a quote, or even a whole poem and convert it into an easy-to-peel and rub-on kit for you to add to your walls. And here to tell us more about it is Wise Decor designer Sarah Williamson and Gretchen Pascoe, a happy customer since 2004. Welcome, ladies. Okay, Sarah, tell me about Wise Decor.
Wise Decor is a unique and easy way to add a personal touch to your home decor. Our lettering is pre-spaced, pre-pasted, individually cut lettering that adheres to your wall or any flat surface.
So are there different sizes, colors, fonts?
You have a choice of different colors, lettering styles, and sizes. You can choose anything you want and express anything you want.
Do you have a selection of quotes in case I don't have one myself?
We do. You can choose from our idea gallery, photo album, or even our quote library, where the possibilities are endless for any space.
How exciting. Now, tell me how you found it.
Well, I was looking for something that was a way to personalize my children's rooms, and saw in a house that I was visiting some beautiful lettering, and I thought, oh, that would be a great idea. So I found it and have been very happy.
Okay, so when you first got it, were you a little nervous about applying it?
Yes, I was. They do send you a sample that you can apply in another room or in a small space, and then gives you a little bit of confidence when you start doing the real thing.
To do it yourself. Okay, so what quotes did you put in your kids' rooms?
Well, my older son loves books, and his room is lighthouses. So we did books or lighthouses in the great sea of time. My younger son is all boy, and he was little when we first did the lettering. So we did snips and snails and puppy dog tails. That's what little boys are made of.
Now, I understand what first attracted you to decorative lettering were friends who had artists come in and stencil or do calligraphy on the wall. What's the difference in price between that and Wise Decor?
Significant. It's very affordable, and it's something you can do yourself.
And you can change it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Is it able to come off?
Oh, definitely. Just take your fingernail or tweezers and pull the corner of the letter and it peels right off.
So it's removable
Yes.
too. What are some of the most popular sayings or words that people order?
Some of our most often requests are children's names to put above their bedroom, like
course.
above their bed. We also have a variety of different quotes in Irish, Italian, French, Spanish. Our most popular quote for the kitchen is Bon appetit.
Of course, and Irish being Gaelic, of course. So where do people go to find out about Wise Decor?
Just log on, wisedecor.com.
Wisedecor.com. I'm wondering what I would put on I think the kids' names is a great idea. My favorite quote of all time is, we teach best what we most need to learn. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
It's been wonderful to learn about it.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn Brinke, co-author of the book, The Big Sister's Guide to the World of Work. No matter how hard you work, you're invisible to the people with the power to help you unless you make yourself visible in a positive and memorable way. Connect with your coworkers and build mutually beneficial relationships. Make yourself available to lend a helping hand. Express enthusiasm for the company. You want to be the first person who comes to mind when someone important needs something or somebody. And it ain't gonna happen if you work with your head down every second of your workday and never show your face or reach out and touch somebody.
You know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and it contributes to better health, increased levels of energy, and mental alertness. Now, contrary to what many people think, breakfast can also stimulate weight loss by accelerating your body's metabolism. Next with us is nutritionist Dr. Krutina to tell us why we should take breakfast very seriously. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Wendy.
Thanks for being here.
Yes.
So, we all know breakfast is important, but why?
Breakfast is important because you need to start your day off with enough energy to be able to make it through, especially just even to lunch. People that don't eat breakfast tend to overeat lunch. They pick really easy things to grab and eat rather than thinking through what might be a healthier choice.
They're so starving by that point.
Exactly.
And you have a personal story about how you learned breakfast is
Yes.
important.
In 10th grade, I spent a lot of time before lunch, tired, laying my head on the table, just not being able to focus like I needed to. And I slept more. I tried tried to fix it, didn't know.
You're literally falling asleep in class.
Yeah, I've gotten in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
So I read a book on how important breakfast is. I hadn't listened to my mother, but the book did it, and I started eating breakfast, and right away I had more energy, I could focus, and I was so amazed by the results that that's when I actually decided to become a nutritionist in 10th grade.
Breakfast changed your life.
It did. It really
Opened your eyes.
did.
Okay, now you've brought some delicious and you say very nutritious products today.
Yes.
Nature's Own breakfast breads. Tell me about them.
Well, Nature's Own has a new line of breakfast breads that are really not only they're tasty, but they are very nutritious as well. They have, they're very good sources of vitamins A, D, E, and C, and they also have a good source of calcium, which, as you know, is real critical for growing kids and moms. So hard to get
calcium into kids.
Right.
And most of these have whole grain. Now, why are whole grains so important to us?
Whole grains can help prevent risk of cancer, as well as heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. All of those whole grains can protect from.
I heard someone say once that whole grain helps escort it out of our body, our cholesterol.
It helps with elimination in a number of different ways, actually.
So that's a good thing. There's also some protein in these breads. I mean, I thought carbs were all like, you know, starch and stuff.
You know, carbs have gotten such a bad rap. Carbohydrate foods are so health enhancing. For instance, these Nature's Own products, yes, they actually do have quite a bit of protein in them. This bagel here has 10 grams of protein in it.
That's a lot.
10 grams.
How much does an average woman need a day?
44 grams.
That's almost a quarter right there in one bagel.
Yeah.
Wow. And tell me the breakfast ideas that you've brought with you today.
Okay, so here we have the Nature's Own cinnamon swirl raisin bread, okay? And that's served with yogurt here, so you have, you know, a nice complement of foods. And then we also have a cranberry raisin swirl bread, which is very tasty over here.
Smells delicious.
And I mentioned the honey wheat bagel, and this one has light cream cheese on it with a little bit of honey and some cinnamon and topped with strawberries.
So you're getting a lot of food groups there.
Yeah. And then we've got the honey wheat English muffin as well. So we've got a real nice selection of breakfast breads.
Delicious ways and very kind of visually exciting. They smell delicious, but delicious ways to make a healthful breakfast for our families.
Yes.
So where can people go to find out more or get new recipes?
They can go to the website nature'sownbread.com to get plenty of recipes and have wonderful, nutritious, and tasty breakfasts.
nature'sownbread.com. Eat your fiber. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh. It's not news to most mothers that the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that mothers nurse their infants for at least the first 12 months of life. Despite this medical recommendation, 70% of mothers leave the hospital breastfeeding, but by 6 months postpartum, that number is reduced to just 20%. If you're a new mother returning to work and wondering how to balance a breastfeeding lifestyle with work life, it would behoove you to learn the law. Most states allow you to breastfeed in any public or private place. So if you're lucky enough to have your husband or a caregiver or your mom bring the baby to the workplace, you can both have lunch together. Many states, including California and Connecticut, have specific breastfeeding laws that ensure that your employer must provide you with a private room other than a toilet stall and unpaid regular breaks to express pump breast milk. To find out more about breastfeeding laws in your state, go to www.ncsl.org and search breastfeeding laws. Women love jewelry, but sometimes we struggle with finding just the right accessory or that special gift. Well, our next guest shows us how to create something beautiful for yourself and for others. It's not only a unique home-based business opportunity, but it provides a fun party experience and a boutique-like product. Pamela Kingston is here. She's Director of Sales and Marketing for Touchstone Crystal. Welcome, Pam.
Thank you.
What is Touchstone Crystal?
Touchstone Crystal is a fun, interactive party experience that gives girlfriends an excuse to get together.
Like we need an excuse to get together, right?
Excuse. But we are so busy, so this is a great excuse to get together and learn a new technique if you'd like. Learn how to, the 3 basic simple techniques to make everything in our catalog.
But they don't have to, right?
But they don't have to, and that's the wonderful part. We also offer finished items as well.
And people can go onto the website even before a party and pre-order their gifts, so it's all there for them. Now, also, they will have a consultant there at the party who will show them how to make the jewelry if they want to make it there, and it takes only 30 minutes?
Correct.
This is beautiful crystal, by the way. Who's it from?
The crystal that we feature is exclusively Swarovski crystal and Swarovski crystal pearl.
Wow.
And they are the world's leader in cut crystal.
Okay, how does someone become a consultant? How do they get trained?
How do they get trained? We realize that our consultants have very busy lives. We also know that they all have different learning styles. So we offer 24-hour-a-day online training to fit your busy schedule. We offer conference calls, training calls, DVDs for training, as well as one-on-one business coaching.
So someone who may be home with a new baby and is looking for a way to still see her friends and make some money and contribute to the family income can do this. Touchstone Crystal, who are they? Have they been around for a while?
Touchstone Crystal, we've been around for about 15 months. We get our name from the very last charm, which is a gift that we give to our guests. It's a colored charm of 7 different colors, and each color has a different meaning. For instance, if you've got a guest who's looking for balance in their life, they might choose the blue touchstone, which symbolizes balance and tranquility and loyalty, and just as a reminder of the commitment they made to themselves.
And if women are thinking of becoming consultants, how would they find out about it?
They can log on to our website at www.touchstonecrystal.com and click on the tab that says Let's Connect.
Touchstonecrystal.com. Pam, that sounds wonderful.
And Wendy, for you, we have a Touchstone Crystal bracelet as well, and I've taken the liberty of selecting a blue touchstone for the balancing act.
Oh, blue, because that's both our corporate colors here with the balancing act, and blue makes just me feel so much in balance. Oh, 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 look at this.
And it just so matches your blouse.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Did you actually make this?
Yes, we did.
Wow, beautiful. Pamela, thanks for being with us, and I'm going to wear this for the rest of the show. If you have a story idea that would help other women add balance to their daily lives, you can email it to us at comments@thebalancingact.com. This is beautiful. We are living in the information era. It's all about what you know, how fast you can access information, and how quickly you can communicate it. Today's job market requires more than a high school diploma, and your education will determine your chances for success in this struggling economy. Thankfully, there are online career training programs like Penn Foster that can help you earn affordable vocational diplomas and certificates designed for the busy adult learner. Here to share with us what you can do to achieve your career goals is Stuart Udell, CEO of Penn Foster. Welcome, Stuart.
Hi.
Now, I understand your company has a little bit of history. You've been around a while.
That's right. We were founded in 1890 as a training program for coal miners.
Oh, you look good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Of course, we've evolved considerably since then. We now offer a wide array of programs and certainly have infused technology into everything we do.
Of course, back then it was a correspondence course. Now it's online. What kinds of programs do you offer?
Well, a very wide array of programs. We like to think of our programs in a couple different camps. First, we run America's online community college. And secondly, we operate a very large virtual high school as well. On the community college side, we have career diploma programs and certificate programs. We have 20 degree programs.
Wow.
And on the high school side, we have a full high school curriculum available.
Up to all state standards, right?
That's correct.
So who is your typical student?
Our typical students are women, who are 65% of our student body are women, and many, many non-traditional students, students who traditional campus-based institutions did not work well for. We also, on the high school side, get a lot of folks coming back who've not yet completed. It's an alternative to a traditional diploma program, and it's not a GED program, it's a diploma, a high school diploma.
I can understand why women, because we're so busy with our jobs, our careers, our children, so we burn the candle late at night and can get online and get degrees. Now, how long does it take to earn a diploma or certificate?
Well, that really depends on the student. We run what we call our asynchronous program. Students can start when they want, finish when they want, they can speed up, or they can slow down if they need help. And regardless of how fast a student moves through the program, they have the opportunity to access customer service folks, student service help, and faculty who can help them through the program.
So you don't have to wait for the semester to begin.
That's right.
You can begin right now.
Anywhere, anytime.
And also study at your own pace. So if some work commitments come up, You just slow it down, and you don't have to get that paper in by Friday, right?
That's
you
right.
can wait a little longer. This is good news for many women who want to increase their education in this really tough economy where we've got to be competitive. Now, where can people find out about Penn Foster?
The easiest place to find out about Penn Foster is at www.pennfoster.edu, or you certainly can call an enrollment advisor as well, and we can take you through the process. It really only takes a few minutes to find out and enroll in our programs.
Pennfoster.edu, PENNFOSTER.edu. Before we go, in a nutshell, what are some of the hot programs that people are in right now getting hot jobs?
Well, certainly the hottest programs are in healthcare. There are lots and lots of jobs out there. So physical therapy aide and dental assistant and medical coding and billing and medical transcription. Those are the types of programs that are really filling up fast. But of course, with a virtual school, we're never full.
That's right. Stuart, thanks for joining us today with this really important information for so many women who want to improve their education. And thank you for joining us today on The Balancing Act. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh. You know, finding balance in life is not an exact science nor a numeric equation. It's about setting priorities straight and finding those moments that make it all worthwhile. It's about family. It's about yourself. It's about staying healthy. So keep watching us every weekday morning on Lifetime Television as we help you find balance. We'll see you tomorrow. If you have a story idea that would help other women add balance to their daily lives, you can email it to us at comments@thebalancingact.com. Also, check our website, thebalancingact.com, for more information about our show.
Air travel for The Balancing Act provided by Southwest Airlines.